Welcome back to your favorite podcast. This is the Specifically Random Podcast with Jonathan Longo
and Jair Monares.
Let's go. Just as a reminder, this podcast we talk about specifically random stuff. Jair still hasn't posted. I don't know how many he's behind now, but
I posted one on Monday.
We're falling behind. But that was like 2 weeks ago.
No, that was on Saturday or Sunday when I posted it.
Yeah, but I mean, like that was.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna post this one. Today or tomorrow? Probably tomorrow.
How hard is it? You just gotta plug it in and then put up the volume.
Dude, you gotta let the episodes fucking settle, dude. Let the people hear.
We gotta do it every day. We want to become famous. You gotta do it
relax every day.
Every day. You never read books that tell you how to be successful?
No,
you gotta make good habits.
You
gotta make it happen. Bro, you gotta make good habits, dude.
Bro, I get...
Even if we do a 2-minute podcast every day.
I gotta give a shout out to Ricky. And I gotta... Because I forgot, but we gotta congratulate him because he got engaged, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like a month ago or some shit.
I congratulate him on Twitter, dude. Hey, I do my.
I mean, I congratulate him on Snap and stuff. You know, I don't know if she said yeah or not, but
she did say yeah.
No, just fucking. But yeah, congratulations
to this
Ricky.
podcast?
Yeah, he does. That's why
okay.
He told me. He's like, hey, you didn't give me a shout out, bitch.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Ricky, the boy.
Ricky.
He's gonna turn 30.
That guy was a baller, man.
He's gonna be married. His birthday's next week. So yeah, dude. Happy early birthday to that little bitch.
He was a baller too when we played back then.
Nah.
Nah. He was. I remember. But he was younger than us, right? He is younger than us. Like he was younger than us. Like he caught us up.
Like okay, yeah, like he caught up. He caught up in time.
No, but yeah, no, not a year, 2 years, no.
I don't know, something like that.
I just remember when we played on Tiki Tiki and we were ballers. We were all very good, and then look what happened to us. Yeah, you kind of sucked, but.
I got better.
But you got better, yeah. You're the only one that sucked. Yeah. That's fucked up. Nah. All right. Topic. Go ahead, dude. You have like these controversial topics, dude. And yeah, I just want to hear your thoughts more than anything. So
dude, I was just like, well, you know what happened on Sunday? The game. Mexico USA game.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
Dude, Man, every time that shit happens, when they played against Mexico, played Costa Rica, and then on Sunday, Mexico, U.S., and then I know in the past, they played other teams, and that shit happened. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's going to happen versus Honduras, where they start yelling, puto, and then FIFA stops the whole fucking game, dude. Yeah. Dude, that shit annoys the fuck out of me, bro.
But why? Like, it's a rule. I guess I just think it's a rule, and that's... Like, if that's the consequences, then accept the consequences. I mean, if you don't want to stop doing it, then that's fine.
Yeah, dude, but you're just going to make up random rules then?
It's not a random rule. It's a specific rule.
No, it's a random rule. Like, okay, we're going to say this is bad, but everything else is not bad.
That's not what you're saying, though.
It is. Dude, if I go to the stadium and yell about a bunch... I've heard a lot of people yell a bunch of bad words.
Right.
So, why is that not bad? Worse than puto. Because, okay, first of all...
What is worse? Hold on. That's the thing, though. If you say, if you say the F word, or if you say another word, or you say whatever it is, right? It's not necessarily like saying the N word, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like.
I never heard that in the stadium.
Right. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay, but let's.
The issue is.
Let's settle it. What's the point of this rule?
Dude.
What's the point of it?
I guess the idea, if I put myself in that situation. I guess the idea is to eliminate, like the words that are what people believe to be discriminatory, I guess.
Homophobic, right? It's supposed to be anti-homophobic.
Yeah.
So that's the rule. So they're virtual signaling, what we talked about.
I don't know.
They are. I mean, there's nothing bad. Virtual signaling is nothing bad.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But why did they just start doing it? Like in the past...
Well, that's
4 or 5 years.
That's a.
If it's always been a bad word and they've always been anti-homophobic, why did they just start? I mean, soccer didn't just start 6 years ago.
Well, because it's not like. I mean, I just don't get that argument, dude. I just don't get the argument. While you take pictures, I don't even know what you're doing. You have conversations that you're not even paying attention.
I am, dude.
Oh my goodness, man.
No, but I'm saying
I don't understand your argument. Like, well, how come this didn't happen 5 years ago? It's like
I just want to understand what like.
First of all, this rule has not. It wasn't like today.
I know. That's why
it's been around from what I understand.
In the past, like, 10 years, probably.
The rule?
Yeah.
No,
the P.U.T.O rule. The no yelling P.U.T.O. I think it started in the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah.
Which was in...
2014?
Brazil?
That's last World Cup?
No, wait.
No, maybe last World Cup, 4 years ago.
No, it was before.
Before that. That's 8 years, dude. That's a long time ago.
No, it was Russia, so it was 2018.
Yeah, 4 years.
But no, it was like 2 years before that, so 2016.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
6 years ago. 5 years ago.
But they've been saying that. They've been saying that since like.
Right, but the idea that you're what most people believe. I don't know about most people, but I just don't get your argument, dude. Like, well, how come they barely started caring about it now? Yeah, I don't understand the argument there.
Yeah,
see, because you're learning, you're trying to improve, you're trying to do stuff that's better. I don't know. Is like, that doesn't make sense.
Is that the point, or is the point to like?
I don't know. It's like, how come you didn't start? I don't know. Like that's, like I don't know. You can.
Well, isn't that a valid point? Dude, it's like the N word. No, the N word has never been valid in soccer.
No, but that's okay. But let's go back to the argument in the sense of, like, why not? Why did it start 6 years ago? Like, if you were anti.
Yeah, like I don't know where it just started.
Like, okay, 6 years ago, and you're like, well, how come it didn't start before? Well, that argument is like anything that you start new, you can invalid by telling them, how come you didn't start 5 years ago?
No. But I'm saying,
not, like, why does it matter to you now?
Okay, we all know that the N word has always been a bad word, right? It has never been approved in soccer stadiums.
Yeah.
It's not like they were yelling it 10 years ago, and then 5 years ago they were like, oh no, it's bad now.
Yeah.
It's always been bad, right? It's always been like, you can't say it in the stadium.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, P.U.T.O, you were able to say it.
Right.
10 years ago.
Right, but it's your learning.
So but learning what? If it's always been bad, what the fuck are you learning?
Well, that's the thing. Is like
I think they're just virtue signaling.
Nah, I think it's understanding that you're learning that maybe people are feeling because you have to understand that in a context in which people may take it the wrong way or the right way. It depends, right? Because it's like anything. It's like within cultural backgrounds, within
because within the Mexican cultural background that the Mexicans are the main ones that do it. Yeah, it's not defined. It doesn't define it's not a definitive of homophobia. Just because we call somebody puto doesn't mean we're calling you gay or we hate the gays. That's not even what the word represents to us. Yeah. I'm not saying what the word means because it might mean different things to other people. But to the Mexicans who yell it out, that's not exactly what it means. Right. It's like if you say puta. Okay, so now are we... Like, do you understand? Like, puta doesn't make any sense. Because if puto is degrading a homosexual, then if we say puta, who are we degrading then? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like if it's like I don't want to say the word, but like the word, the F word that we used to use when we were younger, not fuck, but the other word in the sense of like
faggot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that
just
word.
Say it,
The thing is like you if
but that's different.
It's not because that's the idea is both that from English to Spanish it's the same. It's the same word.
Puto?
Yeah, to what is the
so what if you say puta
in the sense? That's the thing. It's like la puta madre would be something different.
Your fucking mother. That's what it would translate, right?
Your fucking mother. Yeah.
So tu puto padre.
But listen. Let's put it in the actual.
If you say tu puto padre.
Okay, let's put it in the actual. Hold on. Let's put it in the. Let's put it in the actual context of what they're saying that it is. Yeah. Okay. If you're saying that it's not derogatory. Yeah. It shouldn't be derogatory ever.
No, it's not derogatory towards the homosexuals.
Okay.
That's what it is.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna tell me that if I go to Mexico and I go into a place that is not so liberal and they see a gay person, you're not gonna tell me that they're gonna use that word in a derogatory way?
That's not gonna be the main word they use.
Is that gonna be used in a derogatory way?
I don't think so. I don't think they are. No, there's plenty of other words.
I understand, but it's like saying that if you go into a very conservative place, and I'm using the word to explain my point. But if you go and they say, well, look at that faggot, They're using it derogatory.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is the idea. Like I understand.
Okay. To your point though, to what you were to that, but you're setting a whole different context. You're actually using like a homosexual person or a
right. But why not why not try to take it away from? Why not try to take it out of just your language? Why not yell it, dude? You have 100.
Okay. What?
Words,
so can we yell puta then? Would that be okay?
That rule would be depending on FIFA. I don't know.
But no, because the rule FIFA is because they're trying to. It's a homophobic.
If every time you yell out "la puta madre," I guess it would be fine, dude.
See what I mean? It doesn't. So
no,
so what do they yell? El puto padre. They say puto padre. What does that mean? Fucking father, dude.
Like, that's not the
you see what I mean, though?
The rule, though, the essence of the rule is to be anti.
They're trying to be anti-homophobic. I mean, they're trying to ban anti-homophobism. I guess that's a word. We just made up a word.
I don't know, dude.
Homophobia, my bad.
Yeah, like they're trying to.
Damn, I don't know how I got a degree.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I just. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, because like they do a lot of chanting with. Like in Argentina, that they use a lot of that like words and stuff. Yeah, but it's understandable to say it's wrong. It's understandable to be like, yeah, that's kind of wrong. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I don't see it as.
But they don't stop the games for 3 minutes, and they don't threat the people like, oh, we're gonna stop the game.
Right, but
when fucking player the people and the fans start throwing fucking cups at players. Yeah, they don't stop the game.
That's an issue, though.
Exactly, but why don't they stop the game? I think that's worse than yelling puto.
I think they're both
you can harm the but you can harm the player physically.
I think both are bad.
You seen what happens when they hit Henry Martin in the head? Yeah, I mean it might just be a soda, but still it could fucking.
The culture, that's the problem. So going back to the point of like in Argentina they don't stop that, they don't stop the game. It's because the culture is so messed up that they don't even like they don't. Yeah, it's like, dude, people that. From the opposite team can't show up to the stadium. Yeah. Like literally, the stadium is when the stadium is only full with home teams, because if the visiting team comes, they will get in a fight and kill each other. Like
that's bad.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like they're not necessarily worried about they're not at that state where they're worried about that. Like FIFA is not like FIFA is a much more organized in a much more organized.
They're just concerned with whatever's going on. That's what you're saying. But in present times,
you can also like learn and be like, that is wrong. I don't know, dude. Like,
but it goes back to my point though. If you can learn and that's wrong, then we go back to when they threw a banana to Dani Alves. The game was never stopped, and that's always been bad. I know exactly. It's that's really fucking racist,
right? But
you're calling him a monkey.
Okay, yes, but this is what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't learn from that.
Yes,
so that's what I'm saying. You can't learn from that. That's the same content. Like you can't learn from that. So just because, let's say now they do it because when it happened to Dani Alves, they didn't do anything, and now they do it. Let's say that somebody throws a banana, and now they do it. You're gonna come to this podcast and go, no. How come they didn't do it with Dani Alves?
But that shows that's just fucking their hypocrisy, dude.
Because you're learning.
Dude, okay, so you're gonna tell me they don't know that was bad? Are you gonna tell me that?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not. I understand. No.
Dude, if we know that was bad,
yeah, they know it's bad. They just didn't understand. They
didn't really give a fuck because people didn't give a fuck enough.
They probably were like, either maybe it's like they didn't care, or on top of that, maybe they were just like, what can we do about this? And there's no set plan because think about it.
That's why, because they're catering to whatever's whatever's popular right now.
Do you imagine that that's what happened?
What do you mean?
Like nobody would have imagined that would have happened, dude. Like you don't. The thing is, like you set rules among like.
Well, racism has always been present in soccer, right? Like chants and shit like that.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like they need to do. I said this when we were texting. Like they need to do something about that.
Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. But they cater to
you can't call it hypocrisy when you're trying to improve.
But it's not like that was the first time it ever happened in soccer. Like racism,
but we're judging stuff based in the past from what we know now, though. That's what I'm saying.
We've always known racism is bad, though.
I'm not there. I don't think that's what we're arguing. We're arguing that the action wasn't put in place. The action needs to be put in place.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That wasn't the first time the racism was present in soccer. That wasn't the first time.
No.
Exactly. So racism has been present in soccer. Right. Racist chants,
and they made a mistake by not having a rule.
Okay, how many times have they made mistakes?
How many times have you made mistakes? I don't know. You tell me, dude. We're human.
No, I know.
We're imagining.
But you just said they're an organization.
We're imagining an organization as somebody that's either like that they're gonna be perfect.
Yeah,
they're trying to improve just like everybody else. The difference is you can argue in the sense of like what type of organization is. Should they be up at this level? Yes, we can hold them and say they should already know this. But when they do something about it, you can't be like, how come you didn't do anything 5 years ago? Like we can't just keep going back and forth because then nobody, like we're all hypocritical in that sense.
No,
how come I barely started reading 2 weeks ago and I haven't started reading when I was in college?
But if there was always a bad thing, like racism has always been a bad thing.
Yes,
they should have. As soon as they said it, within a year or so, stop it or try to stop it. Try to do what they're doing now. Not do that 10 years later.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Maybe they didn't like.
You can't tell me they don't understand.
No. I'm not saying they didn't understand, but they maybe didn't understand what consequence you can put forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to ban a specific
team?
So
you're going to tell me they took 10 years to come up with consequences?
No, that's not.
Dude, come on, bro.
No, the argument is they made a mistake and they're learning from it. You also understand that FIFA was an extremely corrupt organization before this.
Yes.
So you're trying to...
So now it's not corrupt.
Dude.
Come on, bro. Come on. That's why I go back to my point about racism because
it's because the nation is corrupt.
No, it goes back.
We're gonna go to that same argument.
No, it goes back to my point about racism.
Yeah, the country's corrupt.
It's always like racism always been present in soccer and stadiums and shit.
Yeah,
especially like like during the 20th century. I'm pretty sure it was even way worse.
I don't have any history. Like
I'm pretty sure, dude. And
but you're
FIFA never did anything. FIFA never said, "Oh, we're gonna stop the game,"
because
it wasn't popular at that time.
Is it FIFA? The question is, you're putting FIFA and
because it's FIFA regulations.
No, but not within the club teams. You're talking about club. First of all, that's the point that I
talking about the national teams.
Well, when it happened to Dani Alves, UEFA should have done something. FIFA's more of an international when it comes amongst.
But FIFA regulates all the fucking soccer, doesn't it?
Not necessarily within. Like you have UEFA, you have CONMEBOL, you have CONCACAF, you have all the other things amongst the big. And then you have the league itself. Like the Spanish league has its own thing. Then you have the French league, and all that like MLS and Liga MX and things like that. What is Liga MX doing when that is yelled? I mean, I haven't heard it, so I don't know what.
I haven't heard it lately.
Yeah, because there's a rule, right?
Oh, they do anything about it?
There must be a rule or something. I know there was a rule they put in place at Liga MX.
Honestly, I don't know because I haven't heard that chant.
That's what I'm saying.
I think at this point now they're just doing the chant to piss FIFA off,
right?
Or to like.
But at the end of the day, it's like, what are you gonna do?
It's like Andrew Schultz said in the podcast. I don't know if you heard him. You're giving the audience too much power. What's gonna happen when Mexico's up like 1-0 in a fucking quarterfinal in the World Cup versus a fucking top team, and the top team keeps attacking, and then they start yelling "puto"?
You stop the game.
No, they're gonna stop the game 3 minutes. Then they're gonna yell it again. They're gonna stop it 10 minutes. What is that gonna do? It's gonna kill the momentum of the other team. Yeah. Did you stop the game for 13 minutes?
Yeah.
They know damn right they have to scream it again, or else they'll stop the game. But you already killed 13 minutes of momentum from the other team.
You get it back.
Yeah, but dude, come on. You understand that. You understand.
I understand that.
So you're giving the audience too much power in that point at that level.
Yeah,
too.
That's why they should just stop the game and let Mexico lose.
At the first one. Well, maybe FIFA's learning. Like
that's what I'm saying. Maybe the next step is to do that. Like, once they figure out. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to say like they're giving the audience too much power, but rather they're letting the audience know that this is the rules, and if you continue doing it, we may have to go where it's 1 or none. Why would you go in there and want to mess up the game anyways?
That's some the team's momentum.
Stuff. But that's some psychotic stuff. You have nothing to do with the game. You're there to watch it, dude. The amount of the
but now imagine like, damn, I can just yell this shit out. I'll stop the whole fucking game. Like, hell yeah, let's do it, baby.
You imagine what kind of psychotic idea would be like, I'm going to yell out the game and stop the game because I'm not part of this and I can't have anything to do other than just to watch the game and cheer for my team.
I mean, I think it's more psychotic to throw a banana at a player.
It is.
Find him a monkey.
Actually, both is,
you know what I mean? Psychotic. But people still do it, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you have to put regulations.
Yeah, but you don't do it 10 years after.
Oh my god!
And then come out like, we care about the LGBTQ community.
Oh my god, dude!
He's like, man, shut your ass.
Yeah,
up,
dude, your argument is just like, god.
No, dude, it's valid.
Yeah,
it's like I'm telling you, like that's why I go back to the racist fucking thing, dude.
So
Because you're gonna tell me, okay,
So,
it took them 60 years to figure out
I'm
racism.
gonna use your argument.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna use your argument. I'm gonna use your logic.
Okay.
How long did it take you to? So you think education, going to college is important?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, yeah. How come it took you 10 years to finish your college degree? How come 5 years before you didn't say I need to fucking
No, it took me like 6 years.
It did not take you 6 years.
Yeah, it did,
It
dude.
took you 10 years, dude. When we graduated high school,
Yeah, I didn't go to college.
Okay, why not? Why'd you make
because
that bad decision?
I didn't have the DACA.
Why?
I didn't have DACA. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
This is what I'm saying, dude. I can't judge you based on something.
But that makes no sense, dude.
You're using the logic of you're using the logic of you're making judgments off of 10 years. First of all, FIFA didn't even have the same president of what they have now. FIFA is not even the same organization compared. You may think that it's corrupt, but this is what I'm saying is that you can't judge from 10 years to what's going on here. And
my point is
because you can do that with everything.
My point is that if you know something's bad, if it's fucking 50 years or now, it's gonna be bad.
Right. But
Okay.
You can't judge. Okay, so
If it's bad, it's always been bad, dude.
Right.
Racism has always been bad. It's
But
not like in the last 10 years it's been bad.
But aren't you the guy that started this podcast saying, isn't context important?
Yes.
Yeah, context is important.
Okay. What's your point?
So Christopher Columbus, when he came over here and he did all that stuff that's horrible to
Yeah, it was bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Right. But if
But
you put it in context,
he was doing it in the name of Christ, Jesus Christ.
okay,
The
if
name
he's
of
doing
God.
it in context, you have to analyze everything. So when you analyze something within 10 years to now, yes, you need to say that it's bad. But when they try to fix it, you can't be like, why didn't you fix it 10 years ago?
No, I
Is
know.
that not, like, this is...
I understand that, but you could say, why didn't they do it 10 years ago?
Yes, but you
like,
can't
what's
say,
the explanation for not doing it 10 years ago?
you-
if it's always been bad.
But you can't be upset, dude. When they're like making rules now, because like you just said, if it was bad 10 years ago, it's bad
and
now.
I'm
There's
also
a rule
upset
now.
because there's other things that go on that they don't do shit about.
Well, that's the problem. But also, when it comes to like racism stuff, I haven't seen a FIFA match where that happens. I'm talking about where you have like I've seen it in like if I'm wrong, but in like the Spanish league where like they're calling the goalie monkey. And they're making
the English
like,
league,
but that
and the
has nothing
German
to do
league.
with FIFA, dude. Like FIFA, that has nothing to do with FIFA. That should be directly to that league or that if you want to go
I'm
bigger.
pretty sure
UEFA.
FIFA still has some say because
I'm
FIFA's
not
like
too
the
sure.
big dog
That's what I'm saying.
and everything.
Well, I'm not that. Like I'm not.
Because
I'm not
I always
sure.
hear the commentators say like, oh, like if FIFA steps in, like it's really gonna get real. So I guess FIFA steps in at a certain point,
Yeah, like at a very certain point, but like
at a critical point.
But just like you said, you also have to have a balance amongst, because then if they're taking like charge of everything, then there's gonna be an issue there.
No,
They
but
get
it's not of
into-
everything, dude. Like this is like it's racism that's going on. Like it's not like oh yeah, there's corruption. Like somebody sold a player for this much money.
Yeah.
And blah blah. It's racism.
Yeah, they're both like
It's a critical issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and FIFA can say, hey, this is the way it should be done, but UEFA can be like, well, that's not what's gonna happen. Then FIFA can put thing, but you have to understand that there's other things that are gonna factor in. You may disagree or not, or agree or whatever it is, but there's gonna be so many things that factor in before you make that decision to ban, to stop the. Do you think FIFA really wants to stop the game?
It's not gonna take you 10 years, dude.
Do you really? God, dude.
It's not gonna take you 10 years to make that decision.
That argument is horrible, dude.
It's not, dude.
That argument is horrible.
It's
dude.
not.
It's horrible.
I'm not saying like,
It's
oh,
horrible.
they shouldn't they shouldn't come up with that rule. I'm just saying, if it's always been bad, why they implement it till now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I mean,
I just think it's dumb, dude.
I think
I think
your argument
it's fine
is like
if-
we can use that with everything, dude.
We can, dude. We can. You can.
You can use that with
No,
everything,
you can't.
dude.
Because if something has always been bad, it's always gonna be
Yeah.
bad. Racism has
Right, but I'm not arguing that point. Your argument is how come you always go back to the question, how come they didn't fix it 10 years ago?
Yes. If it's
But that's
if
like,
it's bad, then it's always been bad, dude.
yes, I understand that, Jerry.
Okay,
but that's not
then.
your point.
That's my point.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
my God.
That's not your point,
Ah,
because
dude.
you always say if it was bad 10 years ago, it's bad now. Yes.
Yes.
That is a very simple statement, but you always end that with saying, how come they didn't fix it 10 years ago?
Yes. How come they didn't fix it 10 years ago if it's always been bad? That's yes.
Because like I don't even know how to answer you, dude. Because like that logic can be literally used for everything, dude.
How?
What do you mean? It can be everything. We can talk about slavery. We can talk about any topic that you want, dude. Like, how come it took so many years for African Americans to get the, like, how come? Yes, how come? I understand that. How come? But the thing is, like, what do you want to do? Like, you don't want to change it because you should have done it 50 years ago. I'm upset because you're doing it right now. This should have been done 50 years. We're never going to get anywhere, dude. We're never going to get anywhere.
That makes no sense, dude.
Oh my God. Dude, how is that? Dude, you're upset.
I'm trying to find an example, dude.
No, you can't because
so you can understand.
No, you can't because your logic is just horrible, dude.
No, dude.
Yeah, because you're upset that it's happening now when you're saying it's bad. Like, you're like, it was bad back then. It's bad
I'm saying
now.
The
Why is it happening now?
10 years ago when that shit started, it was bad. Okay. You know what? We're going to find something to do. And then, yeah, it might take you a year. It might take you to the next World Cup, which was 2010. And then we're going to implement this rule where if you guys yell it, is, 3 minutes down. Okay. But no, here we are in 2021 implementing the rule right now. Well, it was 2018.
Right.
When they tried to implement it first.
But what if they were like, well, we're gonna give the audience too much power?
I don't know, dude. They should have tried it.
Oh my God.
Well, okay, then if
That's
that was their argument,
now you're just arguing that. What if they're giving them like I don't understand?
Okay, if that was their point, then why they do it in the first place then?
That's because you're talking about, dude. Do you not understand the context? Do you not understand the context that FIFA was run by somebody different 10 years ago?
Yes.
Do you not understand that?
Yes.
There was a guy on top that was making a bunch of money. The second guy in charge was a guy from Argentina stealing all the money.
God damn.
Dude, like, do you not understand context of
Okay, so your point is, I think a more valid point that you should make, there's been changes in the whole
how
FIFA
to make
thing.
a valid point in the sense of you're judging somebody from 10 years ago and you're upset that it's happening now when you literally said that it was bad, dude.
God damn it, dude.
No, dude, it's because you can use that argument, Jair. You can use that argument with everything.
Dude, you can use any argument with anything, dude.
Okay,
that's not a valid point, dude. You can use it.
Your argument,
we can just go back and forth. We can use anything with anything.
Of course, but that's the thing. Like, you can't. You like if you want an actual argument, you can't just be like it shouldn't happen now because it didn't happen 10 years ago.
Dude, the N-word has been bad.
Oh my God, dude.
Since what, 200 years or so?
I mean, whenever
since it was created,
right?
It was created as a derogatory term.
I mean, we can go back and be like slavery.
No. Hold on.
Before let's take away the N-word.
Yeah.
Let's just take away the N-word and let's go back to slavery.
Yeah.
Like the idea of just slavery, having people that you own that you don't pay shit.
Yeah.
Other than just giving them food.
Yeah.
That has been bad.
Yes. Okay.
It's been horrible for all the history. From the Romans to whatever the fuck slavery is.
Yes.
How come we should just have it now? Like, why change it now, man? Like, why change it now? Let's just keep doing it.
Because it's been bad. It's bad. It's always been bad since the beginning.
But why change the rules so much later? Like,
because the people in power wouldn't change slavery. That's why, dude.
Bro, just listen to what you just said.
Yes, the people in power wouldn't change slavery.
Exactly.
The whole system around slavery wouldn't change slavery.
The people in FIFA were different 10 years ago, Jair. What do you want?
Okay, then make that point.
That's what I keep making, dude. you just don't.
Okay, so you're saying that
what I'm saying.
So the president of FIFA is responsible. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying
because if that's what you're saying, I can accept that.
I am responsible for what I did 10 years ago, but I can also learn from it and change what I
believe.
So
you're saying the past... Who's the president now? Infantino?
Yeah.
And the past two? Let's just go back 10 years.
Do you not... like?
Hold on, let's just go back 10 years. Who's the past two?
The past two. That fool Blatter,
he was the president.
He was been for like fucking ever, dude.
Okay, well, Blatter's a piece of shit. Because he allowed racism and fucking racist chants and homophobic quote unquote chants.
Let's not say that it was his fault.
Oh, then whose fucking fault?
It's a cultural thing. I mean, yeah, of course it's his fault.
That's what I mean.
No, it's his fault. Let's point that out.
You just said
FIFA's fault. It's FIFA. You said that. Don't put that.
No, but yeah, because you said that the presidents have changed and then they change the rules as they go.
No,
not the rules, but the regulations.
No, you said that. You said
yes. I said
that
the people in power
did not change that.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is, I'm connecting that with the fact that the people in power right?
So
we're not necessarily making the best choices. But it can be the same people in power. You can have a change in mind. You can grow up always saying that, this is bad, and then saying, you know what, I was wrong. You can grow up being Catholic and be like, I think, gay people shouldn't get married, and then grow up and be like, I think that's wrong. Like, you can, dude.
Yes.
You can grow up all your life, like myself, using the word faggot, and eventually be like, you know what, that doesn't make sense. There's many other words. Yeah. That if it happens that the gay, like
But what if I call my homie faggot? And he's not a faggot.
Well, that's another, like
that's what I mean. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stop using it.
But that's
to be realistic. But I'm not gonna call a actual gay dude. Hey, you're a faggot, dude. Like, I'm not gonna call him that.
You're putting somebody in uncomfortable. Like, you don't know. Like, if you're using it in open and there's a bunch of people around you, you don't know. I'm not saying that you're gonna do that, but you don't know if you're making somebody uncomfortable.
But that's why I don't do it, like, in front of other people, because I don't know there's other gays.
I mean, that's the thing, of course. But like, then I mean, if you want to go back to that conversation, like, when you use the N-word, like, do you use, like, are you still racist if you use it when you're by yourself? Are you racist when you use it when you're singing a song? Are you racist only if you call somebody?
What if I say it in my dream?
I mean, this is all conversation.
Am I unconsciously racist?
I think the idea of, like, judging somebody from then and saying, well, I'm upset because they're changing the rules now. How come they didn't change them before? I understand the anger, but I don't understand the logic of, like, well, it's still bad. Like,
no, it's still valid. Don't get me wrong. It's still valid.
Right.
Whether they change it right now or fucking 20 years from now. What I'm saying is, why till now? But if your point is saying, because back then we had Blatter and now we have Infantino, and they think differently, or Blatter allowed this and Infantino's not allowing it, well, I mean, then that's a valid point.
You can also, I mean, that would be my one point, but you can also say that people change and say, well, maybe that is right. The people in charge, whoever's making the decisions to give the consequence.
That wouldn't be a so valid point for Blatter, because it goes back to my racist point.
Right.
He allowed it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're going to tell me he didn't know it was wrong.
Well, yeah, racism
the
is
whole
different.
puto thing, okay, it's a culture thing. Yeah. But he allowed all the other stuff. So, now he can't come out and say, "Oh yeah, like that was kind of racist."
Well, here's the thing. And I'm not saying there's a clear difference between racism and not. But like, if we want to go back to that other point of racism, direct racism, like throwing a banana, like making the monkey noises, is very clear cut.
Yeah.
But for example, what happened to Cavani is not clear cut.
Poke his butt? Or what?
Cavani, when he somebody congratulated him, he scored a goal.
Tweeted,
he said something like "Gracias, negrito" or something like that.
Gracias,
right?
Gracias, mi negro.
Something like that, right? And that's where it becomes very tricky because it becomes a very cultural thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And
just like puto, it's a culture thing,
right? But the thing is that if the cultures, let's just say in Mexico, an example would be like the culture's trying to change. And
that's another valid point towards Infantino. Because would this have gone down in Blatter's era? Probably not.
I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a hypothetical. I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's more validity for Infantino, if that's the point you want to make.
But what if it was like a group of let's just say Mexican, the community of Mexico that are offended, right? Well, at some point, it's like, you have to automatically punish those people if they're like, I don't hear anybody else yelling that in the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's only the Mexican national team that, I mean, maybe I have no idea, but from what I know, because this is all I watch, is because when they play the U.S. or I'm watching it here because that's just how it is. It's only the Mexican team, right?
Yeah.
So if I don't know, like if it was happening in Argentina and there's a huge movement of, which there is, Argentina's pretty liberal, but if there's a huge movement and they're like, hey, we don't want this to happen, and it's a huge movement in a sense, and it's happening a lot, and they don't want it to happen, he can be like, hey, you know what? We need to penalize that as well. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a growth of like your mind and your belief. I think you can judge and be like, well, he should have thought it was wrong or right. When it goes back to the racism thing, though, when it comes extremely clear cut and not cultural, I think it's very simple. You throw a banana, dude. You do something extremely racist.
Because racism usually very clear cut.
Right.
There's rarely any nuance to racism.
I mean, in that sense, but it also, it becomes different because negrito would, like when he says gracias negrito, whenever when people see that, they'll be like, well, that's pretty racist. But not knowing that in Uruguay and Argentina, they use that word. America. Yeah, they use that word more as like an endearment, like, you know, like my grandpa called me that, dude. Yeah. You know, and it wasn't like he was fucking racist.
Yeah. Like my mom calls me that. Yeah, like maybe she's racist too.
But that I mean, damn it. But the thing is, like, the problem is that the context of the word itself means black in Spanish.
Yeah, it translates to
black. It doesn't
little blackie.
Yeah, like
yeah, it does.
It would be like little black kid or little black person.
Oh yeah, little black kid.
But like, in the sense of like the N word in, if I say el color negro would be that color's black.
Yeah.
If I say in America, if I say that guy is a
black, like
in that same word, dude.
Yeah.
Right? It would be like you're using an offensive word.
But see, that's what fuck. Not that it doesn't make sense, but I mean,
it goes back to the point of context, dude.
Yeah.
The context of America is different from the context of Argentina.
Yeah.
You know? Because in Argentina, you can also say that there may be some sort of, well, I don't know if it's necessarily racism, because it's like racism is more like built into like it's just built into the United States. Yeah. That's the sad part. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, not. I mean, when Latin America is very openly like. Well, yeah, we don't see it.
When I don't know if this would necessarily connect, but like if I don't know if an American would be like, oh, look at that, like, you know, that brown guy,
the brown faggot,
dude, that brown guy, right? You would be like, that would be kind of like, oh, she's fucking being racist, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
fuck you, you know. But if you say it in Argentina, be like, oh, está moreno, you'd be like, oh, well, he's just calling me the color.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand here. Like, if you call it like, oh, the black
because
guy.
it's within our culture, dude.
Yeah.
It also depends on who says it.
Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on like who says it. Like, there's literally people.
That's what I've always found like interesting, like how they between the African American culture, they call each other the N word. You know.
Yeah, but there's people explaining that to you. Like, they take it and they use it on yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
But
I don't know. I don't use the F word anymore. I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Come on, dude.
I don't use it
Pretty
anymore.
funny. I think it's funny.
Nah, I don't. I think it's...
I call Ricky a faggot, and he's going to get married, so he's going to be a faggot that gets married.
Nah, dude. Dude, I'm not... Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't use it. No?
Nah? That's good, dude.
I used to. I don't use it because, like... I don't know how to explain it. I don't use it.
I mean, just those bad words are just funny to me, but I wouldn't use it to degrade somebody who's actually a homosexual, or, you know, I'd be like, hey, you're a fucking faggot, you know, or like something like, or like a black guy, you're a fucking N, you know?
When, how I explain it? Like, when I was younger, I always thought there was a difference in the sense of like the way that I used it and the way that like people who are really against that use it, right? Like, you know, somebody is that when they're like this, and somebody is that when they're like that. But it doesn't mean that they're like I'm attacking them because they're gay.
Yeah.
The issue with that I have is like I just don't use it because I don't know. Somebody explained it to me, and I was just like, dude, it's just easier to use a different word.
Yeah.
And I'm not at the point like anymore where I even like have a conversation with my buddies and like use it. You know, like. Like, you know, when we were fucking young, we were playing like stupid grab ass, and people were fucking, you know, like pat you in the ass.
Sexual harassment.
You're like, like you.
Well, it's always been
good
sexual
game.
harassment.
Yeah, it's always like good game, and you'll be like, oh, you know,
yeah, faggot.
Yeah, or whatever word.
Dude, just say it, dude.
Or you're gay or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you're gay. Like I don't even use that anymore.
Nah,
I don't know,
dude. Your fucking vocabulary is boring.
I just think if somebody finds it offensive, like, why am I going to use it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess in that sense of like when I'm attacking, a lot of words. When I'm attacking somebody, like they feel like I'm attacking them. Like if I go, well, you're a fucking little bitch or whatever, then that's fine, you know.
You know who does a great job explaining the difference between faggot and homosexual? South Park.
I mean, that's the thing.
They have an episode. I don't know if you watched it. Where like the motorcycle guys, like the Harley guys, you know, they're fucking loud, like rah, rah. And then they're like faggots. And then they start calling them faggots, dude. And then like they fucking just go with their Harleys, and they're like fucking faggots. And then they start writing on the walls like, "Get the fuck out of the city, faggots. We don't want faggots." And then Big Gay Al, like he's a gay guy. He's an actual gay guy. And then Mr. Slave, they're both gay. And they're walking. They're like, "Oh my god." So they're like, "Yeah, we have a meeting and shit." And they're like, "Yeah, this is not acceptable." And then the kid's like, "Wait a minute. We're not talking about you guys. We're talking about the Harley guys. We love you guys." And then they're like, "Wait, what do you mean? You just said you don't want faggots." "Yeah, you guys are not faggots. You guys are homosexuals." "They are faggots because they're going around fucking, annoying people."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh my god. Like these kids don't know they don't see how do I say it? Like the label. They don't slap a label to the word,
Yeah.
They slap a word to certain people, rather than defining a word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Get the fuck out of here, faggots."
The gay guys.
Yeah, the gay guys tell the Harley guys like faggots, and the Harley guys like, "I guess we're faggots." Yeah, dude, I was like, man, this is fucking brilliant, dude.
But that's the thing. I think,
and it's the same thing with puto.
I had a conversation with somebody when it comes to like being offensive in the sense of like when it comes to like creativity.
Yeah.
Right? Like South Park is doing that to be...
It's like a stand-up comic joke. Pretty much. But it plays out as a cartoon. It plays out
like a skit or a cartoon. Yeah. Like, I feel like that is to further understand where we're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in the when you explain the clip or whatever, the idea is that those gay guys did get offended because they were like, "Oh shit!" Like they're calling us. At
first, they thought that because
first they thought that,
because
but
of not the definition, but the stigma that the word carries.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they then have a conversation.
Yes. The
issue is that it stops there. That's the issue, right?
And we go back to the first episode. The conversation is not being.
But you can't have a conversation with everybody. That's the big issue.
Yeah.
So like if those people saw that and then weren't able ever to have a conversation and understand that's what they meant.
Like at the LAFC stadium where there's a lot of LGBTQ community.
Like if you didn't have that conversation with them and they didn't know that that's what they meant, they would feel offended because that's what basically the show is showing you, like different layers. It's explaining you the difference of what people are using it for. It's explaining that people do get offended, but then if you have a conversation, they will understand.
Yeah.
And then it shows you that...
It kind of shows you that... I think the main point of that is that it shows you that...
There's so many different layers within...
There's nuance to words, And that we shouldn't slap... We should drop the stigma of a lot of words. Like faggot, like puto, like... right, but what's another word that's like...
But in that sense, the issue that I have with that, and I go back to the same thing I said, is that if that word can be used by somebody to attack that person, specifically because of the way that they are, right, not a decision that they made, then I have an issue with that because that's literally the word that is used to then attack that person specifically for something that they didn't choose to be, quote unquote. If that's what you believe, that people are born the way they are. It's the same idea with the N-word. Like, you're using that to attack them for something that didn't, like, they were born like that. Why are you attacking them? I think it becomes that issue. And without the conversation, without somebody knowing you, right? Without somebody knowing you and having that conversation, if you said that randomly, they're going to feel offended. And I feel like that's the issue that you have there is that, like, you're gonna feel offended because you're attacking somebody or you're using that word. Like, I don't know if that like necessarily makes sense, but like you're using that word to say that guy is, like, when you yell it out, you're saying that guy is gay, right?
Puto?
And that he should mess up.
That's what they're interpreting it.
Yeah, that's what they're interpreting, exactly.
Yeah,
like that guy is gay. That's why he's gonna mess up. We want to mess him up by calling him gay.
Well, see, that's what people think that's what they're trying to say.
But what are you trying to say then?
But that's not like if you ask.
So what are you trying to say? What do you think they're trying to say?
It's like puto, like If I say like
no. What do you think they're trying? Like when you say it in the stadium, what do you think they're saying?
Puto. They're not calling them gay.
Like, what are they inferring?
Que son puto.
Like, what are they inferring? Though?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know how to explain puto, dude. Like, it's like
no. But what are they inferring?
They're not inferring that he's gay.
Okay. Then why not use a different word? That doesn't mean gay.
Because it's pretty short and it's catchy. Puto. See, if you say pendejo, then it's like it's not catchy.
Why not?
It's long.
What do you mean it's not catchy?
Well, maybe they should start using it then.
That's what I'm
pendejo.
saying. That there's a bunch of words that you can use.
But then people with mental illness are probably gonna get offended.
You can literally just say "fuck you," dude. Like, why can't you just like if you were like in fucking LAFC and we all just be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be.
What about that?
It would be messed up because there's gonna be kids and shit there.
That they sing to the goalie, like ese no es un portero. Or how does it go? Ese no es portero, es una puta de cabaret. Have you heard that one?
No, I haven't heard
It's something like he's not a goalie. He's a hoe from the how do you say cabaret?
I don't know what the hell that is.
Like a bar, like I don't know. Like a bar, I guess. That's what they say to the goalie. It's a famous chant too.
But you see, I guess that's like what puta would mean hoe there. The definition of puta would mean hoe there. Like somebody who sleeps with a bunch of people.
Puta?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fucking hoe?
Yeah. But it's not puto.
So would it be more correctly if we say puta? Even if he's not a girl?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Can we
I don't. I actually.
Hold on.
That's a good point.
In the male games, can we say puta? And then the female league, can you say puta
because like,
and it becomes a transgender issue.
No, because I feel like it would be like you're not calling that like person. Okay, this goes back to my conversation of like it's a decision. It's a decision for you to be a hoe.
Yeah,
like it's like. Yeah. You don't wake up and be, you're not born and be like I'm a hoe. You know what I mean?
Unless you're, that's a prostitute.
Yeah, like that's like that's kind of the thing where it's like it's a decision.
Yeah,
you know, I just don't. I feel like when it comes to like women's games, I just don't see anybody like yelling out shit because like you just
nobody watches women's game, dude. Let's be honest, bro.
No, I just think it's like they're like the culture within itself. I mean,
dude, there's like 10 people.
Let's go back to that. First of all, the machismo that you have in like Hispanic, like you don't watch.
Yeah, it's very open.
It's like like
especially
it's
like
open, yeah.
I mean, now you still see that in
maybe that's
generation.
the problem. The machismo. Is machismo a good thing or a bad thing? What is machismo, anyways? Machismo would be the opposite of feminism.
Anti-feminist.
I mean, I don't know. Machismo is kind of. I learned it not once, but. In like sociology class, dude, I was like, wait, that's what we were talking about.
That's like a negative connotation.
Is it negative?
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Machista.
Like you can't fucking cry. You're a boy.
Yeah, like you can't cry. You're a boy. Like only girls cry.
That's such a stupid thing.
Yeah, but that's been our culture.
From? Yeah, like why though? You know that fucks people up, right?
No, I know. I think it comes from...
I know. Like it's like okay to cry, like if you're a guy, you know? Like,
yeah. That's like when like I'm trying to find an example. Like
I guess the question before we get into machismo, the question would be: is machismo tied? Because it is a machismo thing is very like when we talked about machismo, it was very much in like Mexico, right? Because it's like a machismo tradition kind of thing. Is that tied into that chant?
I don't think it is, dude. It's because I'm telling you, like in Mexico, the word puto, like you can use it for a variety of things. Right. It doesn't mean you're calling them gay. It's like,
but if somebody
who
was
if drinking a beer and I tell you,
like if somebody
drink a beer, no seas puto. I'm not telling you you're gay because there's gay people that drink, so it does make no sense. You know.
So what does that mean then?
I don't know, dude. Like I'm trying to figure it out. Like puto means like
that's the problem because
like
it
fucker.
means
I guess it's like it means like don't be a fucker.
Well, why can't you just say pendejo?
Pendejo is
like an idiot.
No, idiot es idiota. Pendejo, baboso, estúpido, malparido. Yeah. La concha de tu madre.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of words. That's the issue, right? Like
yeah, exactly. And when you translate
it, like I'm gonna be completely honest. Because you know that deep down in your mind is like that's what that means. That's what that means. Jair,
if I want,
stop pushing it. You know that deep down in your mind. That's what that means.
If you want to like,
where does it come from? I guess we would
have
to
so like somebody like that, you call them pinche maricón, joto, mariposón,
Those are all words that are synonymous with puto, dude.
Yes, but puto can... Yes, you can say pinche puto. But you
Because
can also call...
in the same
you
context,
can also call the buzzer pinche puto.
In the same context, you can be like, drink this beer, pinche maricón. It's the same context. You're using the same word. You're trying to
but it
make
doesn't
an
mean
argument.
the same, dude.
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
Mean, no, dude.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't mean the same.
We go back to this argument, Jair. I just know that deep down in your mind, you can't make a translation because you know that's what that means.
No, dude.
I'm like 100%
Dude, you
sure.
ask any Mexican. It doesn't mean fucking
But
faggot.
let's go back to that. Is it machismo then? Is it the tradition of machismo? You're not supposed to cry. Don't cry. You know, stop being a
puto.
Stop being a puto. Don't cry. Or does George Lopez go mas puto? Because why?
Yeah, why? I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it probably can be used. It has been utilized as a form of imposing your machismo. You know, like. Check it out.
And puto check
it out. So when they say puto, they're not calling you gay, but they're saying that you're not as much of a man as I am. But you're not a fucking faggot.
Oh my God! Stop using that word, dude.
Dude, why?
We're gonna
freedom of speech, bro.
You're gonna put it on Spotify, and we're gonna be like, "This fool's using the word."
Freedom of speech, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I do not. This is Jair saying the word. I'm not saying this. I do not agree.
But you got to hear the context.
I understand.
You got to hear the podcast.
You're doing it for the story, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this just came to my head, dude.
Dude, I don't think
you made a good point with the machismo thing. Hold on, shut up, dude. Shut up.
I don't think we should put this, dude. I would disagree with putting
la boca, puto.
I would disagree with putting this podcast up.
No, hold on,
dude. We're gonna
dude.
get fucking fired.
No, we're gonna get a lot of views, bro. We're gonna get fucking build controversy, bro. We're gonna fucking blow up, bro.
And then dude, we're gonna get into more trouble than good.
And everybody's gonna come to Ricky's birthday.
No.
No, hold on. But see, you brought a good point with the machismo thing. I think that it did derive from the machismo culture, but not necessarily because I mean, homosexuality was like a taboo in those times, you know? In the machismo era, I'm talking about like when the fucking Pancho Villa, Emiliano Zapata era. I think that's when the machismo came to be. And then they used that word not to call you a faggot, but to say you're not as much of a man as I am. You're a man, but not as much of a man as I am. Because I'm the machista. Yo soy el macho. You know what I mean? I'm the alpha. But you're not. Tú eres un puto. You get what I mean? So it might...
Yeah, but I don't see that.
We just figured it out, bro. We just cracked it.
No, I don't
it comes
see
from
that
the machismo. How do you not see it?
I know. I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying, but it still goes to that same like you're.
Of course, and then the homosexuality, you know, it came to grow. More people started accepting it. Yeah. Became a cultural acceptance, and then it translated to because you're less of a man. What does that make you now? Yeah, makes you a faggot.
My God.
No,
yeah. I see what
makes
you
a queer. Queer is an acceptable word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes you a queer.
Yeah.
But you see how the word has evolved.
Yes.
But it's still.
I see what you mean.
But damn, I didn't think about it. But I think it did derive from the.
Everybody listening, I'm the one that makes up the bring good conversation.
No, you brought out the question, dude. And
I brought out the question, yeah.
Because historical context.
Yeah.
And that shit. So
can it be bad though? Now, it's the question is like, can't you say and be like, well, yeah, I don't know why we're using this word if we're same thing with maricón. It would be the same thing. Like if they yell at maricón.
I think maricón is a relatively new word.
Okay.
Newer word. So back then they wouldn't tell you you're a maricón because just the fact that you're gay or you're queer, like you weren't even accepted in the community as in the society.
Yeah.
So you know they wouldn't even have the conversation.
I guess we would have to look back if they used that word in Zapata's time, I guess. Or
I want to say it was around that time. That's when Zapata, Pancho Villa, and all that. When the revolution came to be.
Yeah.
You know, because you have you have independence, then you have the revolution. And the revolution is like, well, you have to be a man and you have to fight for your country. You know? You have to fight to overthrow the power. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how you become a man. And that was what makes you a man. It's like kind of the USA, the Civil War.
I guess that's a real question because, like, what is the definition? Like, what is the definition of that word, right? I guess your point is like the definition of maricón is literally a gay guy.
Yeah, because it's a relatively new word.
Right, like that's literally the word that is used to that guy is gay.
It's a maricón.
That's what was used before until people found it to be I mean, I don't know if it is, but whatever.
Derogatory.
But like, derogatory, right? Then you just say like that's a gay guy or that's
it's homosexual.
People that, like
homosexual.
People that enjoy the same sex, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. But I guess the question is like, what is that definition? I don't know. Like, think about like.
Well, think about it. Wouldn't that make sense?
What the fuck is the definition of fuck? Like, fuck. Like when you say fuck.
Oh, there's a history of bad words. I don't think it's a show.
But like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Nicolas Cage.
Like when you say fuck you to somebody, like what are you really saying?
Yeah, there's a history to fuck, and it goes back to like medieval times and shit. Okay. Yeah, but puto, it makes a lot of sense that it came from the machismo era because it was the term to say I'm the man and you're less of a man, and to say that is to say you're a puto.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If it did come from this, we don't.
Yeah, and it's like you have to go to war. Si no eres un puto, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you're gay. It's like no, you're not a man.
Can't the context change the meaning of the word? That's a good question to ask yourself. I don't know if it does, but I'm saying like can't the context of the way that it's being used because now
it's like you say like if somebody walks in the room and you say pinche puto.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're calling him less of a man because he's actually. You know, he was born.
Like that's what they were.
You know, they chose to be that, or he didn't choose to be that, but that's what he is. And you know, you're calling him less of a man, so it's problematic. You know what I mean? But in the whole scheme of things, that's what it means. We fucking cracked it, bro. We figured out.
We would have to look it up, though. You don't even know. You just make shit up.
Why not?
We would have to look at it. No, the story makes sense. But we have to look if the facts are true. We can't just make up a story.
Why not,
bro? But like it started in medieval times, and they
started in 2021. In the TSRP podcast,
dude. I don't know. I think it might be that though. You know, I just think if in the context of the history, the word is now meaning something different, and people are using it in that sense and using it derogatory. I think you're right saying that this was wrong 10 years ago. It should have been changed 10 years ago, but I don't think people should be upset that the rule is changing now, because like you're learning. It's like I don't know, like you're
but you're okay if it's a valid point that you're learning. If you're Infantino and you came in and you changed that shit.
Yeah.
But if you're Blatter, they say Blatter was still in. Yeah. And he was to change it.
But can't somebody change their mind?
Yes, and I said But that's why I said if he was to change it, it would be hypocritical from Blatter's if he was to be president now, he would do it because he didn't do anything about the racism in his time, which we knew it was always bad. But in this point, it was Infantino. We have to give him credit for doing that.
Right.
So that's a valid point. That's why I said, if that's your point, that's a valid point.
But let's say Infantino didn't do that, and then like next year he did it.
Well, he's only been what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like somebody can like if somebody goes from corrupt to non-corrupt.
Yeah.
Are you but there hasn't how come you were corrupt 10 years ago? Like, can't you?
But there hasn't really been like other incidents that are as bad as what's going on right now in FIFA lately since Infantino been in.
When it comes to racism.
When it comes to racism, shit like that. You know what I mean?
I just don't know if it. That's the biggest thing. I think I understand like your connection with FIFA to somebody else. I just don't know. I know like FIFA started this whole like anti-racism and they read like these notes and stuff. What more can you do other than what more can you do? Right? Like what are the solutions if racism is so inside the culture? Like how can soccer necessarily, I guess that would be something we would have to research. How can soccer do the reverse, right? Because like basically what's happening, right, is that when you show up to the soccer stadium, you're taking all the shit that's going on in your life and you're just taking it out there because you think that that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Right? Like nobody, this is kind of the point where you were like talking about when they were throwing shit. Nobody in their rightful mind would throw something onto the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in your rightful mind, if your life has been fine all day, you're not going to show up and be like, oh, I'm about to throw this at this person. There's something that has.
But when there's alcohol involved, there's adrenaline involved. There's other people involved, and other people start doing it.
You had a fucked up day that day. Your boss was upset at you, and you were just like, fuck you, I'm gonna throw this.
Or even if you had a good day, but you have alcohol in you,
right.
There's adrenaline pumping. Yeah. Your team's losing. Fucking the other guy goes and tells you to shut up.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking, you're gonna blow up and throw shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody in a rightful mind is not gonna do that. But the issue
if you're sober,
if nothing bad has
there's a lot of factors that go in that,
if you don't understand that that's just a game and the game's gonna be over and your life is gonna continue, and those guys gonna be rich and you're still gonna go home to your.
I mean, I think you could put a stop to all that shit like racism and shit like that, dude. Come on, the technology we have now, like, come on.
You know what? Like kicking people out there.
Ban them from the stadiums. Pick them out. You gotta tell me on
camera. That's the thing
too.
It's like we make a lot of connections with like. Well, look at, like, I feel like we're making, like, in the U.S., we have a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But in a lot of other countries, dude, like, I don't know how Germany is or how Spain is. I think we can probably hold them up to standard. But, like, if you go to fucking
supposed to be first world
Ukraine
countries.
Or some shit, and they're...
Turkey.
In Turkey, I don't know if they're going to have, like, all that shit where, like, they see everybody.
Yeah.
And I know it does happen. I know it happens in Spain. I know it happens in
Turkey,
in
England,
Germany. I know it happens in England a lot.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like it's like, what can you really do? Like, let's say you. At the end of the day, what they do, like you're saying, like by stopping the game, like it's not really gonna do anything.
No, that's what I mean. They're just gonna yell at a game.
Yeah.
And if their team's losing 3-0, fuck it. Let's just end the game.
Yeah.
We're gonna make them end the game.
Right, but that's like I don't know if the word is counterintuitive, but like that would be counterintuitive because. Like you're upset at the game, and that's
you paid for it and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, think about like you're like, oh hell, I can stop this shit if I just yell it. I have alcohol on me, adrenaline pumping. I don't give a fuck. My team's losing.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they should stop selling alcohol in the stadiums.
Maybe they should.
Yeah, I agree with that. Dude, I can't go to the LAFC game when the stadium's full. I can't.
Why,
dude? I don't.
I love it.
I don't like it.
I might go next week
because. Half of those people would not go to the stadium
if there was no beer.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's my biggest problem.
But at least they somewhat behave.
In Argentina, they do not sell beer, and the stadium is
how the fuck did they get so crazy?
Fucking full.
Then how did they get so crazy? That's the shit.
Because the coach is fucked up in general, but
they just get drugged up.
No, like the coaches, like soccer coaches, just like full on, and that's the shit. Like I can't go. Like, I was enjoying going to the supporter section, but, like, they throw fucking beer. Like, why are you throwing the beer, dude? Like, I understand that you're happy, but, like, you just paid money for that, dude.
Yeah.
To just
I think it's just adrenaline, dude. Because, I mean, I've done that, beer. When I go, no, like, I'm not even drunk, and I'm just like, and then when they score, like, you just fucking excited, just like, fuck, just throw whatever you have, dude. I mean, I'm not going to throw my phone, but it's the adrenaline pumping. Like, whether I have water, beer, sometimes it's just fucking, like, I just pick up somebody else's cup. It's like leftovers.
I have adrenaline pumping and I don't throw it.
No, I know, because you don't have it in your hand.
But I have like a soda or a drink or a water.
Yeah, but it has a cap on it. You're not going to open it and start fucking
throwing it. Why not? Nando did that.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure he had a Coke and he started and we were all fucking sticky. I was like, God damn it, dude.
Damn. Yeah, that's
I don't know. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. We need to have a conversation on alcohol. I don't know how we got to alcohol.
Yeah, I know.
Dude. But like, the conversation is that
there's
a lot of shit that's going on.
Drive.
That's a good question. What outside factors can FIFA really control within the stadium to make sure that maybe these incidents don't happen where people are making bad decisions? Are you going to stop selling alcohol? Are you going to... Because, like, stopping the game, I just don't see where that's going to go. I don't know. Like, what is it called? Making the team pay a fee, that's not going to hurt the fans. They're going to be
hurting the team.
Yeah, like...
The fans don't give a shit about the team. Not coming out their check.
Yeah, like they don't... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea what...
What are they going to do? Ban them from the World Cup?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there a solution?
Gonna lose more money.
Is there a solution? I mean, you can ban... I mean... I'm not gonna say that Mexico is not a big team, but you can ban Mexico and you're gonna be fine.
But it has a lot of
yeah,
when it comes to World Cup, a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So FIFA doesn't want that. I can guarantee you, FIFA will not ban Mexico for the World Cup.
What if they
even if they do it continuously?
What if they do? What if they set the rule and the fans do that and they do ban them?
then I don't know.
Do you think that's the right decision? I mean, they're taking action.
That's
not virtual signaling.
As of what they're doing right now, according to the standards that they're putting themselves up to,
like
that should be the decision, the next decision. You know what? You're banned from Copa Oro. You know what? Like next game, if you do it, you're banned from Copa Oro.
Well, you can't.
And when we let you back, if they do it, you're banned from the World Cup.
Oh, that's a good question because that's not a FIFA. It wasn't a FIFA regulated thing. Then it was a CONCACAF. What is that? Nations League or whatever shit is. So is that is?
It wasn't even a tournament.
Yeah, it was
a valid tournament.
Yeah, it's that shit that UEFA started, so they did it too.
Oh, fucking stupid.
Nations League, and then the US won.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel? Let's talk about the real thing. How does that feel?
The US won?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you were.
They play like shit, dude.
Who?
The US.
No, they didn't. Get out of here.
2 foot.
Dude, no. Don't.
Dude, it was fucking.
You're talking about like kids who are like 18 years old, dude.
I know. So what?
The majority of them.
So what, dude? All these fucking kids play in
Europe.
Europe.
You're almost twice as old than them, dude.
All these kids play in Europe.
You're almost twice as old than them.
Hell, I still ball them up.
Dude, no way, dude.
Dude, all these kids play in Europe. That can't be an excuse.
It can be. They're young. They're inexperienced.
But they're all starters, most of them.
Experience is such a big thing, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like they play in fucking MLS.
Yeah.
Or they're benching their teams.
Some of them are. The goalie that made the PK.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Wait, is he? The one that stopped the PK?
The one that stopped the PK.
Doesn't he play in MLS?
No, he plays in like Brogue or something like that.
That dude was good, though.
He's pretty good. I think the Man City one is better.
Oh, that was huge.
But
he's in Man City for a reason.
Yeah, and he plays in that second tournament.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that.
Playing that. The cup that they won, the Carabao or whatever, he was the finals.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then to have them score like in corners and fucking PK, like, and you couldn't do anything else throughout the whole game.
They had a couple chances.
They only had one chance at the beginning, yeah. Sargent. That's it. That's because Hector Moreno fucked up. That's the only chance they had.
I don't know. Pulisic is pretty good, dude.
I mean, yeah, there's no doubt about that. But as a team, they sucked.
I don't know. They passed the ball pretty well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that's...
So do we.
Mean, what do you... Nah, dude.
So what, dude?
Nah, I think it was an improvement of before.
Oh, well, yeah, that definitely.
But I wouldn't say they sucked.
That doesn't worry me. Like, they fucking balled Mexico up. Like,
no, but it was a pretty even game. I wouldn't say that
think Mexico had more chances.
Maybe, but I wouldn't say like you were like.
And the goals they scored were pretty. I mean, they were created by plays.
Yeah.
And just corners and PK.
Is that not a play?
Well, yeah.
When
I mean,
it's
a
pelota
box. Parada. How do you say it in English?
Free kick.
Like it was free kicks and corner kicks and PKs. Mexico was actual plays
pieces.
like.
I guess your word would be
set pieces. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I feel like Mexico shouldn't have struggled as much.
Nah, I think they should have.
Nah. They struggled against Costa Rica. That's
the only reason they struggled is because the fucking goals from corners.
I mean, the U.S. was knocking it out of the bag, like playing out of the bag. I think that's the thing that kind of tripped them up. Is like I feel like it happens a lot with a lot of teams who are.
But that's another thing that you didn't even notice that most of these kids were young. Like you didn't notice the difference. Like they weren't outrunning Mexico players. They weren't like fucking. It's like when you see like
just because you're young doesn't mean you're fast. What the fuck?
Well, you should be more agile. You should be.
Nah, not necessarily.
Look at Lainez. Fool's balling up.
Yeah.
Fool's young. You can see the difference.
You can see the difference because he's short, dude.
And he's young.
Dude, but
he's a baller.
How old is he?
You can see the
how old is he?
Like 19, 20?
No, he's not, dude.
What do you mean?
He's been playing forever.
Yeah, since he was
like
16.
23.
He debuted at 15.
Dude, but you can tell the difference because he's short. That's the only difference.
So is Messi.
He's like Messi. Exactly. That's why you tell the difference.
Because he's short?
Because he's short. Up. Because he's short and you can tell the difference.
Nah,
and he's left-footed.
Players are ballers.
And he's left-footed.
Not all short players
and he's left-footed.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Like, he does some impressive stuff. But,
yeah.
I mean, like Pulisic, you can tell, like,
he marks the difference.
Dude, like, the change of, like, he can go by somebody, like the other fool's a cone, dude. And I was like, God damn, dude. And he does it at Chelsea, too. But, I just think the game, I don't know. I feel like that, like I was saying, that seems to happen with teams that normally beat the other team. You let down. Like, you let down because you think, oh, well, we should beat them. You know, when you constantly win, when you
They were
constantly
confident,
win.
maybe. Mexico was confident
Yeah.
a little bit. One, because they're young. And two, because they're like, we always beat them most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
But even, like I said, even then, like, I think Mexico played an okay game. It's
I
just
just don't
kill them in their
understand-
corners.
I don't understand not having an actual striker. Like I don't
They don't-
get that. I don't get that with coaches, dude. Like I don't
Well,
understand.
Mexico strikers are not top tier. The ones they have right now.
Well, what happened to Jimenez? He's still hurt.
Well, he's
broken head or whatever.
Yeah, he's barely coming back.
Yeah.
He should be back for Copa Oro.
But that's.
But you're not
I
gonna
don't-
call
I
him
don't get it,
Chicharito, dude.
Pep Guardiola did the same shit in the final, dude. I
Yeah,
don't-
but you had fucking Messi, Iniesta, and
no,
Xavi.
no. I'm talking about with Man
Oh,
City.
Man City.
He didn't put Gabriel Jesus or Aguero in.
Yeah.
I just don't get like
that's
the
why he's
idea,
overrated,
dude.
dude.
I don't get the.
So
I
Pep
don't know about
Guardiola
that.
sucks.
I don't know about that, but
What do you mean? He lost the final because he didn't put a fucking striker.
Yeah, that's
a
the question.
He had Man City's top scorer in the bench, bro.
yeah, I know.
Come
I agree.
on.
And
He
to-
put him in the last 30 minutes. Get the fuck
Not even.
out
It
of
was
here.
like 15, dude.
Get the fuck
I
out of here.
agree with you, though. I agree with you. But that's like a thing that a lot of coaches do in a sense. And it's not like
Not
it's
in a
like,
final, bro.
It's not like Man City was worse than Chelsea. Like, let's say you get to the final.
Chelsea was going at him the whole game.
Let's say you get to the final, like, and you just like barely squeak by. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah, I shouldn't be in the final. It happened to Tata Martino in when he was coaching Paraguay.
Yeah.
Nobody, like in Argentina, dude, they were playing Copa America. They got to the final without winning one game.
Yeah.
They did not win
I
a
remember.
game. Every game in PKs or in the they tied all 3 games in the group all the way. So yeah, dude, when you show up to the final, defend like you never defend. Don't put a striker. Put fucking all midfielders and 7 defenders. Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like whatever you think is.
That was always his strategy, though.
But that was his strategy because he knew that. Well, these guys are not as good as the other team. You have the idea. But
Yeah.
whenever
Come on, Man City,
yeah,
dude?
that's what I'm saying. Like
You
that
had
is what I'm
fucking
saying.
top, like...
But same thing with Mexico. He puts Lozano as striker. Like, what the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you
but
don't tell me-
the reason he
Hold on,
does
you're
that is
not
because he
telling me-
doesn't have top-tier strikers.
But you're not gonna tell me that somebody in the fucking Mexican league can't.
Henry Martin. He put him in after.
That's what I'm saying. Like, put him in.
But
dude,
he
he's a
trusts
striker.
Lozano more because Lozano...
But Lozano can play out wide, dude, or somewhere else.
Yeah. But he still used the striker. That's the point. He used the striker. Lozano was a striker. He was a
Right,
striker.
But so was fucking Foden in the final, dude.
Foden was a striker?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, dude. They're not strikers, dude.
But, dude, Tata Martino doesn't have Agüero and Gabriel Jesus in the bench. He has fucking Pulido and Henry
no,
Martin.
but that's not my point. My point is that you should always put a striker in.
Okay.
Like my point is like no matter who you have, you should like whoever your best striker is, you need to put him
A
in.
natural striker.
A natural striker.
Yeah.
Not even like it doesn't have to be like a number 9. It can be the guy that plays next to the number 9.
What if it's Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, like because that's his position now, dude.
He's a winger.
He's not a winger anymore, dude.
No, but when he was a winger, and they would put him as striker,
I think that's a bad decision.
but he was still fucking. Or Messi.
Nah.
Messi was always like a fake
Messi
striker.
but Messi. So that's what I mean by the player that plays next to somebody. Messi was like a player. Like if you played a 4-4-2, you would play with Messi next to like a striker like I don't know
Suarez.
like Suarez,
Yeah.
for example, right? So like he's still a striker,
Yeah.
but he's just not the number 9
So
striker.
you're saying that there should always
Lozano's
be
a winger.
There
Lozano's
should
a winger.
always be a natural striker in the field.
No, you should always have somebody who plays within the middle of the field up high.
Yeah, a natural striker in the field.
Well, I don't know if you want to say like a natural striker. Like somebody who plays up in the field normally can play in the middle of the field up high.
That's what Lozano was doing.
No, but Lozano's a winger, dude.
Well, yeah,
His position is a winger. He's
that's
not
what I'm
a
saying.
center
A natural striker, then.
You're not. So by natural striker, I normally mean like a number 9, like a Funes Mori.
Yes. So
But
let's
there's
just say a
the-
number 9.
There's like a Funes Mori, and then you have like the guy that plays next to him.
Yeah.
Not like it's like a number 7 or whatever, a number 11, whatever you want to
But
call
then
that
you have
number.
players like Benzema.
There was one. Yeah, like that's like a striker. That's
He's a striker, but he fucking...
Benzema's like a
Like a
Higuain.
10.
Like a Higuain, like
a 10 and a 9.
Nah, he's still a striker. You put him.
Yeah,
you
but
put
he
a
acts
striker.
like a 10 sometimes.
But he can play like Benzema could. Like, he's like a hybrid between like the striker and the one that can play next to a striker.
Yeah.
Like Giroud. Like Giroud's a number 9.
Yeah.
Benzema could play next to Giroud.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I just know older players like Batistuta is a number 9.
Yeah.
Like
Cuauhtémoc Blanco. The fool's the 9, bro.
He was like an attacking mid, play next to the 9.
But he was also striker.
He would play next to the other Mexican player with the fucking long ass
Matador.
neck. What's that fool's name?
Matador Hernandez.
Nah, dude, number 9.
Cabañas?
Nah, dude, with the long neck, dude, and the Mexican.
Oh,
team.
long neck, Borghetti.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Borghetti and that fool next to each other.
Yeah.
Borghetti and that fool that you just said, Luis Hernandez.
Yeah.
Like those guys would complement each other.
Yeah.
The issue is that Lozano's a winger. He played out wide.
He naturally opens up all the time.
Yeah. Like Benzema doesn't naturally open
No,
up.
yeah, that's what happened because a lot of the time nobody was in the 18.
Yeah.
When they would center, when like shots were taken, the rebounds were there, like nobody would come in.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that Spain was so successful playing with fucking Fabregas as the striker.
A fake striker.
Yeah, and now everybody thinks they can fucking do that.
Yeah, but nobody has
plays
Iniesta,
like
Xavi, and Fabregas.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's my fucking point, dude. It's like that's the shit that bothers me. It's like why are you doing shit that wouldn't necessarily work?
Tell Pep.
You know, I wish I could.
Overrated, bro. Overrated.
Or at least to explain to me what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna put Gabriel Jesus or Aguero in,
especially when it's a team that you always play.
Yeah.
In your same fucking league.
Yeah.
If it was a team from another league, okay, you're trying to. They don't know your style of play. They barely play you. But it's Chelsea. You played them 2-4 times a year.
See, Aguero's also like a hybrid too.
Yeah.
Like he's not necessarily like a striker.
Yeah.
You know, and
I don't understand why he left them on the bench though.
No, I don't understand why he left either of them on the bench.
The top fucking scorer of Chelsea, dude. And it was his last game. That's the problem that I have too, though. That when the fucking transfer market starts and they start making all these announcements, like we already knew Agüero was going to Barca before the Champions League. Like we knew he was going to Barca when he played his last game in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like it affects the player, it affects the team, it affects the fucking everything. So I think that was one of the reasons that it put him in either. Which it was stupid on both sides. Mm-hmm. On Agüero's because like, dude, it's your last game. You can fucking leave as a hero. And on Guardiola's because like, look, you lost the final. He could have won you the final, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know? But you did it because fucking he was leaving to Barcelona.
He could have won him the final.
Yeah, because fucking he left to Barcelona. You know what? Like, why can't you fucking wait till like everything's over?
Well, I mean, if I would have played Gabriel Jesus, even like he's kind of like a hybrid too, but like I don't know. I know they're taking what's in there. I was telling Nando the other day.
They're taking both.
They're taking fucking Funes Mori, no?
Maybe
to Mexico.
Maybe.
Like that's a legit striker.
Yeah.
Like he's like you're up there and he'll hold the ball for you. He'll lay it off, and he'll turn and run.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
take Douchey.
Yeah. Nah, like I feel like I don't know, dude. Like I like why do that shit, dude? I don't get it. Yeah. And I know like they're legit coaches. I'm not saying that they're not legit coaches, but I feel like sometimes you like you get to the final, dude, and you're like, fuck, I don't know. Like you just try to think of something. Maybe they won't figure this out.
Trying to think outside the box.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, soccer's been around forever, dude.
Yep.
All right, you had
we went through various topics right now. So if you want to throw something out there, go ahead. If not,
the idea, I was listening to something that, I was telling you about that, and I don't know why it came up, but the idea of like doubt. I don't know if it was like because of soccer or.
Let's go, baby.
I don't know if it's because of soccer. Be careful because that mic doesn't. When you hold it, it makes a lot of noise, dude. Yeah, you see. All right. It's different from. Like this mic doesn't make a lot of noise because it's.
Nobody knows, bro. We're not being recorded.
Oh, we're not. Okay. The question of doubt. Like, why is it when you have doubt, it's normally seen as a bad thing? And we can make a conversation of like soccer, right?
Doubt.
Like in the sense of like, if the ref doesn't right away make a call, we see that as a bad thing. Like, no vistes nada, eres un pendejo, shit like that. Like,
eres un puto.
God damn, man.
Uh-huh.
And in life it's kind of the same thing. But shouldn't doubt be a good thing?
I don't think doubt is necessarily a bad thing.
But it's always like it has a connotation of negative.
I think it's only negative when people tell you like, oh, don't doubt yourself. You can do it. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. It's like doubt. Like, oh, whoa.
But I think doubt it's necessary and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it makes you question yourself. It makes you double think everything. Make sure you're doing whatever you're doing right. Make sure you're not wrong. Make sure if you're so confident, you're gonna have little doubt. Mm-hmm. But you have no room for error. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like how do I explain it?
I mean, I guess the point is like, I don't know.
I think you can make more mistakes.
Yeah.
If you think you're always right, or if you think you're always like
if you have no doubt of anything.
Yeah, like if you never doubt yourself, you're gonna be like, oh, I can do it, like no problem. And then boom, next thing you know, like something fucking happens. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like people driving in the street. You know, like I can text and drive. I don't doubt myself I can do it. I'm pretty confident I could do it. Next thing you know, you get in a fucking accident. Dead. You know? Mm-hmm. Rather than like, I don't know. I don't think I can text, and drive. Maybe I could, maybe I can, but I kind of doubt myself. It.
Yeah. The process of thinking, I feel like, I don't know what I was, I don't know why this came up. I think it was just random. I was thinking about it. No, because like, I feel like it's always like a bad thing. Like, oh, the ref is doubting or so-and-so's doubting. That means that they don't know. But I feel like sometimes it should be seen as, that means they're thinking about it.
Oh, so you're saying that aspect of like they're doubting because they don't know, or they're
like
they're
it's always like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't know. You see fucking. I'm just trying to give examples. Like you see like those TikToks and like, do you love me? And you fucking think about it.
Yeah.
Like oh, you waited 5 seconds. That means you're doubting. Like it's like, why isn't that seen as he waited 5 seconds, so he's really thinking about it?
Okay. Why doesn't it have a positive connotation?
Yeah. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
That's a bad thing, but it has a negative connotation attached to it.
Yeah, like, why does doubt have a negative connotation?
I don't know, dude.
Like, why do we as humans feel that is that should be a negative? Like, if a cop stops you and they go, "Where were you going?" and you're like, and they're like, doubt, fucking.
Yeah, you're nervous. Something. Why are you nervous? Yeah. Why are you stuttering?
Yeah, not necessarily nervous, but you're doubting on what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
like how do you fucking not know where you're going, you fucking moron? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, why is like that? That was my whole. I don't know. I was fucking probably driving around like a fucking moron.
Yeah,
and just thinking about random shit, and I was just like, why is that? I was fucking reading that book and just thinking like, why is doubt such a bad thing? Like, somebody says, "Do you love me?" and you have to fucking think about it, like. It shows that they're thinking on maybe the reasons why they love you.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. I think it's becoming even more of a bad taboo because, especially today's like society, we want everything quick. Like everything we want it like fast. Like like is it gonna be hot today? I'm gonna check right now. Like I'm not gonna wait for the weather. Like and I want to watch this show. I'm just gonna go on Netflix. I'm just gonna go on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I want to know this. I'm just gonna go on this. Mm-hmm. And like we want everything quick. So when it comes to doubt, it's like if you can't answer something or you're not sure of something, it's like, well, hurry up. We want it quick. Right. And if you're not quick, it's not good enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's probably why it's becoming like more of a negative.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad at all. Like I think it's a good thing. I mean, think about this. Back in I want to say 1960s during the Cold War. There was the president of the USSR.
Mm-hmm. The president or the dictator? I don't think they would have a president.
Yeah, whatever. The leader of the USSR.
The communist leader.
Yeah, the commie.
Fucking communist.
Well, there was an incident
fucking socialist.
Where they thought that the U.S. had launched a nuclear attack.
Yeah.
So they they alerted him, and then all he had to do was press a button, and fucking we would all be wiped out because then fucking nuclear warfare would fucking go off.
Mm-hmm.
So they were thinking that there was a missile heading to fucking
the
Russia.
USSR, uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't do it. He doubted himself for a minute because they were at peace. Like the Cold War was going on, but. I haven't really read exactly what he said, but I'm assuming that he was like, why would they, I don't know, why would they just fucking launch a missile? So he doubted himself and he didn't do it. It turns out that it was like something fucking like, I think a bird or some shit, like something completely fucking went wrong with the technology. And they were looking like it was something else. It was, yeah. So they're saying like, imagine if he would have doubted himself and he would have fucking pressed that button. we'd all be gone right now.
Right.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Because fucking launched a missile, U.S. would have responded, and then fucking full-on nuclear war.
Yeah.
So it's like, because he doubted himself, we're still here. So we're still alive because of doubt.
Yeah, and then we went like the opposite, where like now doubt is a bad thing. Like you just gave like a great example of why doubt is a really good thing.
Because we're still alive.
You know, exactly. But like the opposite would have been like,
I don't know. I think at one point it became like a negative. Maybe
you know what I mean? Like in every
society, philosophy, something it became a bad thing. Yeah. But I know in the philosophical terms, doubt it's a good thing because it makes you know that you're never sure. You're never fully you're never fully knowledgeable of everything.
Yeah, you know, I guess I was also thinking about like if I'm doing a job interview, right? And like the shit that I don't get is like job interviews are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just guessing on what this person is, right?
Yeah.
And like any sense of like, oh well, doubt is a bad thing, right? Because like, well, this person doesn't know what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm fucking horrible at job interviews, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm horrible. Like I'm not.
I don't think anybody's ready for job interviews.
But the shit is like 100 I'm jobs. Horrible.
Yeah.
You know, and like the reason is because I need time to think. Like when you ask me a question.
Yeah, me too.
Like I need to be able to fucking.
Dude, every time I leave that podcast, I'll be at work and I'll be like, damn, I should have said this. I should have said that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's like if you stop and say, hey, can you give me a second? Let me think about what I'm going to respond.
Like Elon Musk.
They're going to say, well, this fucking guy, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah. And then the opposite is the same. It's like, even if you do say it, like if they go, well, you know, I remember this dude. I answered a fucking question. I thought I answered that great, dude. But, you know, I didn't get the job, but they said
you answered it great, but you didn't get the job.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Then they said they gave an example. Like, what would you do? There's this thing called project-based learning. There's like different strategies of teaching, right?
Yeah.
There's this thing called project-based learning, which basically the idea, you know, is that you fucking make projects in order to learn. When the kids are really interactive with their project, then you know, basically that's the idea. That's why it's called project-based learning. Yeah. So they do projects and shit. But I'm at the school where I teach, right? We don't do that. Like we don't do that. I have heard of it because the English teacher did do it. The 8th grade English teacher. I'm a 7th grade teacher. So my response was this. My response was, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never done that. I wouldn't be able to even give you an example right now of what I would do in the class. Right? Now, I do know what it is because the 8th grade English teacher did it in our school. Yeah. Right? And I understand it. And it looks pretty good, like a good teaching strategy. And if this is what you guys do here at this school, I have no problem doing that. Like, I have no problem doing it. I'm the type of teacher that if somebody comes up to me and says, you know, they're coaching me and they go, hey, I think you should do this. The next day I'm doing it, dude. I'm not like the person who'll be like, nah, that shit ain't going to work. You know? Like, I'll say it in my head, like, that's probably not going to work. But I'll still do it so they can see that it didn't work. You know what I mean? But I'll be like, yeah, I'll try it tomorrow. And I fucking try it. You know, there's teachers who are like, nah, that's not going to work. And they won't even fucking try it. Yeah. So I answered the question. I said, no, if that's what you guys do here, I have no problem trying it. I love trying new things as I'm, you know, improving as a teacher. Yeah. But it was like, you know, you can see in the person who fucking asked me the question, they were like, this motherfucker, dude.
He doesn't know shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, what am I supposed to fucking lie? Yeah. And be like, I do know. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want that? Yeah. Why would you want somebody like that in your team? Yeah. You know? Like, I just told you that I would try. The issue is, like, are you going to believe me or not? Yeah. That's the issue. Yeah. And it's like, if I'm, like, how other than being as real as you can make somebody believe you with any sense of doubt? Like, I don't know. I just told you that I have doubt about what you just told me. Yeah. Now that should be a good thing. It should be a fucking good thing because I just fucking told you. Yeah. I didn't make up a stupid ass lie. Yeah. You know? Now, of course, I'm not saying I didn't get the job because I answered it like that. There's probably somebody who fucking done PBL and had a perfect example. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, like, you're taking a big ass risk. And, like, you're trying, and that's what that book, Talking Strangers, was about. Like, you're making a fucking decision like that. And then I was listening to a podcast where he was talking, and he gave an example about Kawhi Leonard, the basketball player. The fucking Suns had a meeting with him, dude. Yeah. They met with him, and he was wearing a suit, dude. I'm guessing in Phoenix. I don't know where the hell they were. He was sweating, dude.
Yeah.
So because he was sweating,
Thought he was nervous.
they thought he was nervous, and he was like, "We need a guy who, on the basketball field, is cool and collected."
Fuck.
And like, look at what he become. Like, he's
Yeah.
super cool and collected. Like the way he talks, no one even like he doesn't say anything,
Yeah.
nothing. It's like you make a judgment because he was fucking sweating. You don't take in consideration that maybe this is the first time he ever wore a suit. Maybe he was sick. Maybe he's fucking hot. I don't know, dude. Maybe he's fucking nervous, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's okay to be nervous. Like, that's the shit that it's like, god damn. And that's like that doubt that Kawhi Leonard put on them is what they were like, nah, let's not pick him. And then look at what the fuck they become. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it is it was a societal issue at one point, cultural issue maybe, and then
Maybe
it just that connotation just stuck with it, you know. But we would have to look back at it like
maybe just humans are they.
No, I mean, no doubt we're always in doubt, you know. That's not even a question. Everybody doubts it. Everybody doubts themselves at one point.
But maybe we're inclined to look at the people with the least amount of doubt. Like, I don't know, like as we're growing, like who do you want to be leading the fucking who would you want to be leading the fucking hunt?
Yeah.
The guy that goes, you know what, maybe we can find something, maybe not.
No, but you know what?
Or the guy goes,
now that you say that, I think
it
it also depends a lot on the person who the doubt is coming from in the situation. Because like if you look at Elon Musk and the Rogan podcast,
yeah, he always says,
he always
let me think about it.
he's like, let me think about it, or he just like has a long pause. But we don't say he's stupid. We don't say, damn, that fool doubts himself a lot. Mm-hmm. We don't say that because we know he's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
But if fucking somebody if you do it, you're stupid and you don't get the job because you don't know shit. You know what I mean? So I think that has a lot to do with it too. Like depends what like. So like when you say like if you want to be like, you know, a leader who doubts himself or doesn't, I think in that aspect you would want somebody who doesn't really doubt himself. But when it comes to like measuring dangers, you want somebody who doubts himself and somebody who doesn't say, let's just charge at the lion and see what happens.
That's also the thing. There's so many people who fucking can't stand Elon Musk because he talks like that, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, god damn, why is it taking you so long?
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of the thing.
But they don't call him stupid.
No, but they put doubt of like, why the fuck does he talk like that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they themselves are like, is he?
But I think the majority of people don't know that he's a fucking genius and that he's not doubting himself. He's just thinking about what he's gonna say.
Maybe it's, like I was saying, maybe it's just like an instinct thing. Like back in the day, back in our like when we
when we're
developed,
fucking primates.
Like when we developed this brain, dude, it was like, well, who are you? I don't know. Imagine somebody. Imagine the hunter going, like the guy that's leading the hunt going, you know, guys, maybe we get something today, maybe not, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it was in our primal instinct.
You know, and it's like, you know? What the fuck?
The doubt was never allowed in the tribe.
Yeah,
because doubt would get you killed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, you couldn't doubt because you were like fucking literally like, if I don't get this right now, I'm done.
It's like we have to run. It's like, damn, should I run or should I not run? Like, no, motherfucker, you gotta run.
You gotta run, exactly.
You know what I mean?
You need that shit right now. So I was just wondering that, dude, because you know, like I have these fucking sometimes these questions come up. Luckily, I text you. I was like, dude, I need to text you that because I feel like this is a good conversation to have. You know, because I don't know, like doubt is good, dude. I think.
Yeah.
Doubt allows you to think. Like time and doubt, like it allows you to think.
Yep.
Like, should I say this? Should I not? I don't know. Just think
I'm very doubtful about like a lot of things, but I'm also very skeptical about a lot of things. But
like, just imagine if everybody just didn't doubt themselves.
Yeah, dude.
Like, should I pass this
we'd
yellow?
We'd be in constant war. Because it's like, I can fuck that guy up. I'm going to go fuck him up right now.
Yeah, or like you're driving and you're like, I think I can take this red light.
Yeah, I think I can handle this crash. I think I can take the bullet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like no doubt with nobody. That would be. Yeah. They should do a movie like that. You know how when they did the invention of lying or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like,
no doubt.
Like a life with no doubts.
Life with no doubts.
And it's just like fucking people just going.
Yeah, dude.
I think this plane would work, and it's like nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like
fucking no engine. Fuck.
Like it's like nothing, dude. I don't know. Just like. That'd be kind of crazy to think about. Like I just made this space shuttle. Like I think it will work.
Let's go to space.
Like no fucking. You get to the thing and it just.
Yeah, dude. That's what I mean. The thing doubt is a good thing ultimately. But yeah, dude.
Doubt yourselves. Look, everybody, if you're still listening to this podcast, I wasn't the one saying all those bad words.
I'm going to post this episode as a whole because I want context. I want people to listen to it. I'm not going to post it in pieces.
Yeah.
Because I want context.
Yeah. No one even listens.
I don't want fucking puto spreading it.
Oh, my God, dude. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, but...
That was not me. I'm Jonathan Longo. I had not said anything.
That was all me.
It was Jair Morales. I disagree with the use.
Mommy.
I used the. I disagree. I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna be like naive and be like I never used it. Of course, when I was in high school, I used that shit all the time.
But you learned.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
But you're never a racist.
Nah.
So that point applies to you.
I was never a racist.
Yeah, dude.
Nah.
See.
Although I guess I would have my biases. I mean,
yeah, but you weren't a racist. No. You never went out and called somebody the N-word.
No.
You know?
No.
So you're good, dude.
Nah.
But yeah, so...
I mean, yeah, I mean...
So let's summarize it.
Look, man.
P.U.T.O is not bad.
Dude, it is bad.
In the grand scheme of things.
I guess...
I think you should research it on your own.
If Jair's history is right, which I don't think it is... But
no, that was a wild guess.
Yeah, that was an interesting
guess. Dude?
What is it?
Oh, you kicked the box over here, and I was like, "What the fuck's touching me?"
So if Jair's history is right, that's interesting to take. I think the context of the word has changed. I think the rule is fine. I do agree that it should have been changed before, just like the racism thing.
I think still has the same meaning, but now homosexuality it's accepted worldwide.
Well, I don't know about worldwide, but
I mean, no, not worldwide. But
yeah, no,
it's accepted somewhat more than before for sure.
Do you ever think about that though? Like, what if you were legitimately born like that, dude? And like you just like lived your whole life? Because
I think that's another topic, but
I know, but
I don't know, dude.
It's crazy. No, I'm not gonna say that topic because I'm not trying to go another hour and a half here. And like I said, I think first of all, I think FIFA's trying to do what's right. I don't know. I don't know if it's
FIFA's doing it right. FIFA's doing the right thing.
It just took them too long.
But
they also
if it was based on the president, then that's okay.
They also need to fix the racism thing. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But how can they fix it? That's our real question. Maybe that can be the next topic. What can FIFA do to legitimately stop racism happening on the soccer field or in the stadiums would be the real question.
Yeah.
Like, what can they legitimately do
to
stop that? And not every stadium has cameras like, they have.
Let us know. Shoot us a comment on YouTube, Instagram.
What is it?
I don't think you can do it on Spotify, but you can do it on YouTube, Instagram. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about putos. Let us know what's your...
the chant.
Let us know if you think it's a derogatory word. The chant. Do you agree with it or not? You think FIFA is a bunch of putos? I'm going to call this episode the puto episode.
Dude, they're going to block it, dude.
Nah, dude.
They're going to block it.
I'll put P.U.T.
Oh, my God, dude. Dude, look, I don't think...
But if you guys still listening, fucking follow us on Instagram.
You made it.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that like button. And fucking this episode will be released soon because it's pretty good.
And don't listen to Jair because that fool.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
That fool.
I'm a fucking dumbass.
He's not
I told Ricky somos unos pendejos con degrees. we're dumbasses with degrees.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah. So
all right, everybody, have a wonderful life.
Wonderful weekend too.
Later.
Peace out.